It's been a hot minute since we've done any UFC content on this channel. We are not an MMA channel, but this weekend we have UFC 298, and it's my goal this year to go to a UFC event in Las Vegas and do a vlog for my channel. It's the dream, so we're going to keep covering these big UFC events, even if the majority of the people on my channel aren't UFC fans. I am, but I am a self-admitted casual. So we're reacting to so today we're going to react to the UFC 298 press conference. Apparently it's meant to be entertaining, and then we're going to make our official predictions. We've got timestamps below. Let's get into it. Looking forward to a bit of UFC content again.
Old man Volk, a beautiful wardrobe choice there today. I guess curious, why was it important for you? Are you kind of leaning into the doubt, into the hate to wear that outfit today?
Man, just having a bit of fun with it, you know what I mean? So you got to do it, you know? For the people as well, so everyone appreciated the outfit, so I wanted to do it in person.
You know, most of your opponents in the past have, said that they could beat you, but they offered you a lot of respect. Ilya hasn't really offered you that respect.
Don't even compare me with his past opponents.
Well, what do you make of it? What do you make of that energy that he's bringing, that lack of respect? What do you make of that?
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
I think this old man needs to teach this young fella a lesson. What do you reckon?
Hey, you see how he came dressed? You already know what's going to happen. You just came ready for the retirement. Look how you look as an old man.
Get a good spanking, that's what's going to happen, hey?
Shut up, you two, okay? He said he's going to humble me. Stand up and do something. Humble me. I'm here, right in front of you. Do something. Shit. Do something. The good thing, it's
you get ripped up,
very educated person. I don't want to slap.
You see me in an old man outfit, now he wants to be a hard fella. Hey, how about that?
Sit down.
Hey, I won't be looking like this Saturday night. Saturday night, I'm going to be lean and mean. Coming for your head.
You're going to see what's going to happen on Saturday night. You're just going to see what's going to happen on you. I'm going to humble you. I'm going to show you levels. I'm going to warp the floor with you.
Hey, I'm going to make this look easy.
I'm going to fucking
I'm going to make this look easy.
You see that belt?
Yeah,
I've
seen it for a while now, and I'll keep seeing it.
That's the last days you are enjoying that belt.
I've got to say, Topuria's looking confident right now. I know they all do, but Topuria has got an air about him, like as if he knows something that we don't. And don't get me wrong, Volkanovski won't be going into this fight scared. He's going to be going in confident. But Topuria, I don't know, he's looking scary.
I'm going to take your head off.
Conor McGregor want to be, huh? How about this bloke? Talking about red panty night. He likes to wear the red panties.
The 15-year-old is coming. Get ready for that.
I mean, obviously a title defense is important to you, but what is the meaning of this? Is it now to silence this guy? Is it to silence the critics who maybe are doubting you after the loss? Or is it something completely different?
Man, obviously, go out there and show. There's going to be some doubt. He's obviously showing a lot of confidence. He thinks he's the man to do it. I'm going to show him that he's not.
Of course I'm the man.
I'm going to show you I'm the guy that's been on top of this division for so long. He doesn't stand a chance.
The question is now the time the Volkanovski gets dethroned. Has he outstayed his welcome at 145 pounds, coming off 2 losses to Islam Makhachev? This is what we're going to find out tomorrow night.
Ilya, I did want to ask you, I mean, when you look at Volkanovski's track record, it's pretty impressive. Holloway, Aldo, Yair, Ortega. What makes you different? Why are you the one, when he's beating everybody else in the division, why are you the one?
I represent the evolution of this game. I represent the evolution of this game. I represent the new generation of mixed martial arts. After this Saturday night, I'm going to change the whole game of mixed martial arts. I'm going to end with his word, and mine's going to start. And you all will become an instant fans, so shut the fuck up right now. Not some of you.
Topuria is nasty. He's confident in his ability. I know we're going to have loads of people in the comments saying that Volk is going to humble him, he's going to embarrass him, but you've got to admire his confidence. Come on. And I believe he's right. He is a new breed of fighter. He's dangerous. Great wrestling, good takedown defense, but absolute nasty hands with crazy power. And he's also a very technical striker. And this is all coming from a Volkanovski fanboy in myself.
What does a win over Murad do for you at this point of your career? Do you think skill set wise he's the most difficult guy for you to fight at the moment?
A win over Murad gets you back to the title picture. Fight either the Trans Barbie or Mr. 5045 and Chito Vera. So that's what I'm expecting.
Cejudo said, fighting the Trans Barbie, meaning Sean O'Malley.
Murad, a lot of people think that you could be fighting for the title anytime soon. Does a win over Henry guarantee you that shot?
It's not gonna happen. I'm gonna be winner of February 17th, and I'm gonna make Mexican people happy because Mexican people needs to represent Mexican flag. Make Mexico proud, okay? I'm gonna represent Mexico on February 17th. Let's go! Let's go, guys!
You're dead!
Never, never. You never see me there.
You never see me dead. You gotta love the trash talk from the foreigners, haven't you? The broken English trash talk. It makes for some good gems. You never see me dead.
So Paulo, it's been quite some time since we've seen you in action. So during your time off, the belt has changed hands many times. Names like Khamzat Chimaev and Bo Nickel have emerged in the division. Has it been particularly hard for you to sit in the sidelines and watch all this go down?
Yeah, first of all, I'd like to say this is an amazing crowd, a lot of energy from Anaheim. A round of applause for you guys. You guys are amazing.
A hound of applause for you guys. What did they say about the broken English? Come on, let's all give Paulo Costa a hound of applause.
The last time I was here was 2019 against Romero. It was a great fight.
Romero.
I love to be here one more time for you guys. This is a long break since my last fight, but I could fix all my injuries, and I'm so happy. I'm gonna knock this guy Saturday 17, and I'm gonna run for the title shot next.
So you have been active during the same time that Costa has been on the sidelines. How's it been for you seeing this belt that you once held change hands so many times?
Mate, it's just fun. There's a lot of movement in the division. It's just rife with opportunity. Mate, if you're in the right place at the right time, it can change your life.
I have never been in front of a press conference crowd quite like this, I can tell you that.
Yeah, let's go! Let's go!
Question for Jeff Neal. Jeff, obviously there's been a lot of talk leading up to this fight. How do you tune out the noise and focus on the job you got to do on Saturday?
Right, so this is where it gets funny. We've got Jeff Neal versus Ian Garry. This fight was set to take place a while ago, and Ian Garry went through a little bit of controversy because he got Jeff Neal's mugshot printed on his t-shirt. Some people will find it hilarious. Other people will definitely say that he took it too far. I think I'm more on the side of the fence which finds it hilarious. He's just promoting the fight at the end of the day. So let's see how this interaction goes down between these two then.
Man, I'm just focused on this fight, man. I don't do a lot of talking, man. My fight speaks for itself. I'm gonna go out there, I'm gonna put on the show, I'm gonna get this dub, and I'm gonna go back home.
Same question. Ian Garry, obviously people have been waiting to hear from you. How are you feeling with everything?
Going. Every single one of you is talking about me. Every single one of you was here to see me. I'm gonna get my hand raised Saturday night, and I'm gonna silence every single one of you. I'm gonna do what I do best. I'm gonna show up, I'm gonna show out, and I'm gonna get my hand raised in spectacular fashion. That's it. That's my only job.
Ian Garry has probably had the biggest 180 of a fan base ever. Everyone's gone from calling him the next Conor McGregor, saying he's charismatic but with a little bit of cringe, to completely hating him due to all the stuff with his wife that went on a few months ago. If you don't know, his wife, his girlfriend, his fiance, whatever she is at this moment in time, she wrote a book on how to be a WAG, and a WAG stands for wife and girlfriend of a footballer or professional athlete. So she literally wrote the book on how to lock down a professional athlete. And then there was all stuff to do with her ex-husband, living with them for a certain period of time. And the ex-husband is Ian Garry's nutritionist, and he's got him on a vegan diet. It's hilarious. Oh, I love this stuff. I've missed the Ian Garry storyline so much. I actually genuinely feel giddy right now. Absolute shameless plug right now. I don't have sponsorships on this channel. I sponsor myself. And what do I sponsor myself with? Every now and then I'll plug my Natural Physique Academy program. But most of the time I say, go and listen to me music if you like raw hip-hop and you want a little bit more motivation in your gym workouts. I've got a new song out right now called Isolate, aka Quarantine. Put it on your gym playlist, turn it up as much as you can, and go for your bench press personal bests. Link in the description down below. Back to our regular scheduled broadcast.
After everything that's been said, will you shake hands after the fight?
I'll shake hands with any man that's willing to stand there in an octagon with me. That's simple as.
Maybe.
Jeff, I'll shake your hand if you're willing to shake mine. I'll shake your hand if you're willing to shake mine.
I got you, bro.
There you go.
Fair play. Fair play. Let's be honest, Jeff Neal could have been really bitter there. Ian Garry put Jeff Neal's mugshot on his t-shirt, along with all the rest of the trash talk. Jeff Neal said, I got you, bro. I tip me hat to both fighters there, especially Jeff Neal. Good on yous, lads. We got Russian Ben Askren. What's that other fighter called? Ben Askren's son? Chase. That's it, Chase Hooper. Tell me these guys do not look alike. Come on, spitting image of each other. Let's call him Russian Chase Hooper.
So what's next for Alex? So are you going after the lightweight?
Yeah, look, that's why I want to be active. I want to clear guy in featherweight. My story at lightweight's not over. I still want that double champ status. So, like I said, this old dog's still got plenty of time in him, and that's what I want as well.
As a Volkanovski fan, as much as I'd love to see him go and claim the lightweight title as well, I don't really like it when fighters start talking about becoming a 2-division champ. I just feel like it splits your focus between 2 different goals. The way I liken it to is within business. When you're focused on one goal, it's so much easier to get there. The moment that you divide your attention into 2 goals, or 3 goals, or 4 goals, you end up not really achieving any of them. I know this is completely different, but I just really want to see Volk focus on featherweight. That's where he belongs. But I just believe Volk's future is featherweight domination. If he can get past Ilia Topuria, which is a hard task.
Next question for Ilya. When Conor McGregor fought in for the featherweight championship against the Jose Aldo, he was the same records with you. Same records with you. So what do you think about it? How confident that you'll make history again?
That guy was full of beans. Next one,
Saturday night, there's going to be only 2 options for me: kill or be killed. And trust me, I'm not ready. I don't came this far to die. So
The people main event gonna happen before the real main event.
I can get behind that. I am really excited for the Whittaker and Paulo Costa fight. How is Whittaker going to come back after his last loss against Duplessis?
Paulo, you seem really confident that the fight after this, if you win on Saturday, that you're going to be fighting for a belt. Why are you so confident? Has there been any arrangements between you and the UFC? Have you heard that you're going to be going for the belt after this?
Não tem outro caminho, esse é o caminho. Vencendo o Whittaker, o caminho central. There is no other way. The only way is, after beating him, is fight for the belt. This is my goal.
But does Paulo Costa deserve a shot at the belt after being so inactive, then just coming back and beating Whittaker? The thing is Whittaker is coming off a loss. So if Paulo Costa beats Whittaker, I don't think it deserves a title shot.
I don't know if they found something for UFC 300. Maybe I can go and save the show there as well. I ain't lying about that. Like I said, this old man's got a lot of dog left in him, so
for the UFC
let's
300,
go.
you're gonna still being in the hospital, be recovering. Trust me.
Hey, don't interrupt Abuelo when he's talking. Abuelo is talking.
Couple more days.
Dana White said on the Nelk Boys podcast that they're working on something big for UFC 300. It's not confirmed yet, but something that no one expects. And I seen a great thing the other day, and I know this isn't going to be true, but it was on a Facebook post and someone said, imagine the promo for UFC 300 and the number 300 shows up, and then slowly one of the O's separates from the 300 and a dash forms in the middle, so it shows 30 and O, and then you just hear McGregor's laugh in the background. Implying that Khabib is going to come back to try and claim the 30-0 status in a rematch against McGregor. And I was like, oh, that'd be a sick promo for 300, but I highly doubt Khabib's going to come back. He's a man of his word. He promised his mum he'd never fight again. I don't think we'll ever see Khabib in there again. Do I think Volkanovski should fight at 300? No, because I'll get into it properly in a minute, but I believe this Topuria fight is going to be a war. I don't think Volk is going to come out unscathed in this fight. We'll dive into that in a second. Let's wrap this up.
ocurrir en este combate? ¿Cuál es tu pronóstico?
I'm gonna take his lights out in the first round.
That's a claim. He's going to KO Volkanovski in the first round. We know Ilia Topuria is going to come out there. Absolute swinging heat.
Mira cómo vino vestido, preparado para el retiro. Se ve para lo que vino.
Hey Alex, for Volkanovski, what did Paulo Costa just say to you there?
It just woke me up, sorry about that. Always said, you want to earn your not given to you. He took advantage of taking a photo with the belt, and
oh, he's doing a McGregor. Volk doesn't like that.
Like I said, you may as well take advantage of it now. You're never going to see it again. Not until I teach you a lesson. Maybe one day you could be a great champion. I'm going to kick your ass first. You'll learn your lesson. Maybe you can bounce back after that. But till then, get your hands off my belt.
Yes. Volk is going to take that as the ultimate sign of disrespect right there. You could tell Volk wasn't playing around there. Volk meant business. So watch Volk now. Are we now going to see a fired up Volkanovski? I like this. Sometimes that's all you need. Just a little poke of the bear to ignite the fire a little bit more.
Thank y'all for being here. Don't forget tomorrow.
All right, let's look at the face-offs. YouTube pro tip for all my aspiring YouTubers out there. Don't ever react to anything from ESPN, MMA, or the UFC official channel, or you'll get copyright striked. We use the Mac Life. Right, we got Russian Chase Hooper and the other guy, what's his name? Flipping heck, I am an absolute casual right now. We got Marab Devalshevisi, hair transplant versus the Cringe King, Triple C. Who's going to win that? We'll dive into it in a second. I think that's going to be a boring fight. Next, we have Ian Gary versus Jeff Neal. Respectable. I think Ian Gary's going to tone it down a little bit. He has to. He's got to tone it down. He needs to just let the fight and do the talking for a bit. That's what I said in my last video. And everyone will forget about all the cringe in a few years. Yes, Whittaker versus Costa. Oh, that's going to be a good fight. Costa looking slightly taller. I think he stands as 6'2", does he? Whittaker's 6 foot. Well, Costa might be 6'1". We got old man Volk. Don't let the outfits fool you. He's still a killer. What's the height? There's similar heights. When was the last time Volk fought someone who was the same height as him? Obviously, it depends on what shoes they're wearing as well. Topuria might actually be the same height as Volk because it looked like he had dress shoes on. Let's go, Volk. I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for you. Come on, come on, come on. Ah! Let's go, let's go, let's go. Okay, and here we are. It's time to make our official predictions. Let's start at the bottom of the card and work our way up. We got Anthony Hernandez versus Roman Kopylov, aka the Russian Chase Hooper. Now, I've seen both of these fights, but I honestly can't remember what happened in the fights. I could look up the results, but I'm trying to just go off memory of the actual fights themselves, and I can't remember. That's how much of a casual I am right now. It's disappointing, but it is all good. I am a lifetime MMA fanatic, and that's all that matters. I'm going to bet on the Russian. It's always a safe bet. I'll go by decision. Next, we got Merab versus Henry Cejudo. I actually think Merab is going to take this by a boring decision, maybe even a split decision. Henry Cejudo obviously is an Olympic gold medalist and he's a phenomenal wrestler, but I just believe Merab is riding that momentum. He's also got a different style of wrestling, so Merab's got that like chain wrestling where it's just relentless and it never stops. He doesn't really throw many strikes. He just gets on your legs and grinds you down, grinds you down, grinds you down. Whereas Henry Cejudo, he tends to mix up the strikes and wrestling a lot better, which could work to his advantage, but something's just telling me that Merab's going to get this by a boring decision. He's going to hold Henry Cejudo up against the cage. He's going to take him down. Henry's going to get back up. They're going to separate. Merab will throw a few fake shots, go in for the takedown again, hold him against the fence, throw some punches, maybe get Cejudo down, Cejudo get back up, and rinse and repeat for 3 rounds. I do believe Henry Cejudo is going to have a few moments where he might catch Merab on the way in. Henry Cejudo's got a very dynamic in and out style. He's almost got a karate stance, which is unusual for a wrestler. So I think Henry might be able to catch Merab with a nice uppercut or a decent timed knee, but I think the decision is going to go to Merab. Jeff Neal versus Ian Gary. Interesting one. Jeff Neal is a tough SOB, but I think Ian Gary is going to get this one done. And I also believe that this is going to be a decision as well. Now, I've been out of my MMA bag for a while, so I'm fully aware that these might all be wrong. I'm not an MMA analyst channel. I'm talking about this from a fan perspective. But I'll say Ian Gary. I reckon he's going to get the first round, the second round. Jeff Neal might have some moments in the middle, but I think he'll put on a little bit of a striking clinic. I don't think he'll get a stoppage on Jeff Neal. I actually think this fight is going to be similar to his last fight against Neil Magny. I think he's going to get a unanimous decision. I think Ian Gary will pick Jeff Neal apart, but Jeff Neal is good. Jeff Neal's last fight was against Shavkat, and he was doing pretty decent in that fight, considering how dominant Shavkat has been lately. Next, we've got Robert Whittaker versus Paulo Costa. Who is going to get this? Well, first off, I want Robert Whittaker to win. I like Paulo Costa, but he's been inactive for so long. I feel like this has been his record for the last 5 years, 14-2. Obviously, he's a funny guy, he's a good personality, but it's about time that we've seen him in there. Oh yeah, so his last fight was against Luke Rockhold, August 20th, 2022. Feels longer ago, but I think that's because he had a year between that fight and the Marvin Vettori fight, and then another year between that fight and the Israel Adesanya fight, and another year between that fight and the Yoel Romero fight. He's pretty much averaged 1 fight a year since 2018, but didn't fight all of 2023. And that last win against Luke Rockhold, I would have expected Paulo Costa to finish Luke Rockhold in that fight. So is he going to be able to finish Robert Whittaker, who you could argue is still in his prime right now? He's only 33 years old, and usually Robert Whittaker does really well when he's coming off a loss. I mean, look at this streak that he went on after he lost to Stephen Thompson at welterweight. He went on this crazy win streak, lost against Israel Adesanya, then won another 3, lost against Israel Adesanya, won against Marvin Vettori, then lost against Dricus du Plessis. Robert Whittaker is not finished. I think what we're going to see is a classic Robert Whittaker, uses jab, uses blitz and techniques, keep Paulo Costa at bay, and just gradually pick Paulo Costa apart. We're probably going to see Robert Whittaker throw his trademark 1-2 high kick. Is he going to finish Paulo Costa? Probably not, because Paulo's got a decent chin, but I think Robert Whittaker is going to stay on the outside and just pick Paulo Costa apart over a 3-round fight. So once again, I believe Robert Whittaker is going to win this fight by decision. And then finally, we've got Alexander Volkanovski versus Ilia Topuria. Oh, damn. Like, I always go back and forth on fights. I never choose who I think's going to win, but I think if anyone has got the potential to beat Alexander Volkanovski in the featherweight division, I believe it's Ilia Topuria. After seeing him versus Josh Emmett, where he picked Josh Emmett apart for 5 rounds, and it was a technical masterclass of striking with power, I believe that he could do that to Alexander Volkanovski, but in a more competitive fight. I don't believe this is going to be an absolute clinic by Ilia Topuria, where he dominates Alexander Volkanovski, but I think he's just going to gradually edge the fight over the 5 rounds. I love Volk. I want him to win, but I think now is the time that he could be beaten. How old is he? 35, so he's still in his prime, technically. He lost his last fight against Islam. That was coming off short notice, and he also had surgery not long before this fight. He won against Yair, and then he lost against Islam, but before that, it was just win after win after win. What an absolute streak he was on. But the question is, are these 2 losses playing on Volkanovski's mind? Has he now got a little bit of doubt in his head about whether he can win this fight? Ilia Topuria is a different breed than the rest of the featherweight division. Ilia Topuria's got small arms, but generates a lot of torque and a lot of power. So guys, I'm an Alexander Volkanovski fan. Don't hate me for this. I hope this video ages badly and I'm wrong, but I think this fight we might see Ilia Topuria take it by unanimous decision. I do think it's going to be a really competitive fight. I think Alexander Volkanovski has got the kicking advantage, but Topuria has got incredibly technical striking. I'm going to take Ilia Topuria 60% to win. Alexander Volkanovski 40% to win. I want to be wrong. Please be wrong, Sean. I love Volkanovski. I just think Topuria is right. He is a bit of a different breed of fighter in the featherweight division. My gut instinct when this fight was announced was Topuria, but then my emotions were kicking in, my heart was kicking in, and then I leaned on the side of Volkanovski, but then I had to go, no, wait there, Sean. What was your initial thought when this fight was announced? It was Ilia Topuria. I believe he's got that X factor. So go with that. Commit to your decision. Put it out there. If you're wrong, you're wrong. Whatever. What do you guys think? Comment all of your predictions below for each one of these fights that we've went through. I'm really excited for this. And also, if you go into the gym, make sure you check out my music down below. Turn it up. Smash your PBs. Like this video and I'll see you all tomorrow.